I had this thrustmaster Ferrari, I think it's like 458 wheel, and I was just playing that on the desk with some pedals, and it was a lot of fun. I remember going to my friends' houses during, like, when I was younger, playing with their pedals and wheel setups, and I never liked it. I think because they didn't have them mounted, or I liked using controller, and I've been doing like different types of sim racing games for a long time. Kind of got out of it for a while, trying to get back into it, and this wheel and pedal, it's fun. It's like I was like sweating doing F1. Well, I was on a desk, so I just got this set up like today. I just finished it. Someone had this online for sale. It's like an older company that does like 80/20, 80/40 stuff. And I bought it like really cheap. And then the guy had these heusinkvelds pedals, right? And I really didn't want to upgrade those right now, but I got a really good deal on them. So I did that. And I don't even have a seat. Like, I have this chair here, and when I hit the pedals, the brake pedal is so stiff I had to zip tie the chair down because I was just doing a wheelie in the chair. I couldn't even hit the brakes. And this chair is killing my back. I got to get a chair. But this is like, I just threw this together. Like, you can see the wood. I just threw some wood up there because he had like a DD1 mount, which I'm going to upgrade that. Now that I've used these pedals, I'm going to upgrade that. But I wanted to make this video to kind of show you like how fun this is. I mean, this is like crazy, right? So, and I wouldn't think, like, here's the old pedals. Can't really see them. The thrustmaster, brake, gas. And, it was, like I said, it was fun. Like, I was building up some sweat and adrenaline, taking F1 around the track. So here's the heusinkvelds pedals. And first thing I noticed was this clutch actually hits like a clutch. Let me show you my flashlight. So, like when I clutch, you push the pressure plate in. It's kind of a non-linear motion where you're pushing the pressure plate, and then those fingers kind of give out with the throttle bearing. And that's like exactly what it feels like. The brake feels like if you took hydraulic. That's a little bit better view for you. If you took the hydraulic booster off a car, converted it to, what's it called, just pressure only, like foot pressure only, you take the vacuum booster off, like a lot of race cars do, that's what the brake feels like. Or it feels like if you shut the end, or let's see, if you, shut the engine off and then pump your brakes to get rid of vacuum pressure, that's what the brakes feel like. Throttle, that feels really good too. A little bit too nice for most real cars that I've drove. So I'm just gonna take this. I did some F1 earlier, but I'm just gonna take this around a lap because I think it's kind of funny because this pedal and original thrustmaster pedal and wheel setup is like $100, and my father-in-law gave this to me just because I was getting back into it, and he gave this to me to get set up. And this works for Xbox, and it doesn't even, like a lot of thrustmasters work for PC, but this doesn't even work for PC. Some kind soul online took a lot of time to write a custom driver to get this to work with PC, and it actually, the way it worked was you were hitting the brake and the gas. They weren't two separate things. Like, you couldn't do like a power brake because it's like a joystick. You only go one way or the other. Even though it was two separate brake and gas, they were like a joystick the way he programmed it. You're kind of limited because, that's custom driver, and this isn't supposed to even work with PC. I'm really glad he did that. I want to donate him some money if I can find the guy. But to have a like $100 wheel, or let's say $50 wheel, because it's half the setup, with pedals that are almost like pushing $1,000, it's pretty funny. So, but anyways, I'm gonna take this around a lap and show you. So I don't even have a shifter right now. I'm just using the paddles on this wheel, and I'm getting in this E30. I love this keyboard swing out. I'm in this E30 M3, and just driving it. Now, don't judge my driving because I've played this game like handful of times. And I can't really drive with this, this seat is killing my back. But just driving it, right, like this, I mean, it's like someone like getting and driving clutch for the first time. Because I'm kind of shaky and not used to this pedal. But I noticed I have a lot more control than I did with the other pedals. Like, I guess one of the things that makes it really realistic, right? Like, as soon as I got in this car, it took me back to high school days when I used to drive my buddies E30s all the time. We'd drift them around the backyard and the parking lots and stuff. But you can see just when I take off, right? Like my foot, it's not like a trigger, right? My foot kind of shakes a little bit with the pressure plate. So just when I take off, it's almost like I can feel the engine torquing and letting the clutch out and the car just moving like in that motion. I mean, the level of realism from having that analog clutch and just the nicer throttle and stuff, I mean, it's crazy. Like you could use this to train people how to drive stick or just how to drive in general. Now my pedals are I kind of have them spaced far apart so I can do F1 style on it, and it makes it kind of hard to heel toe. I was trying to heel toe there. And again, I can't really push the brakes because I'm in a folding chair. So yeah, I mean, again, can't give you any good footage here because I don't know how to drive in this game. I just love that I can power brake it now because I couldn't do that before. And even like power braking it like that. So even power braking it like this, right? Like, sounds freaking crazy, but I can just feel that engine. Like, the fact that I'm pushing the brakes so hard, like, I'm stomping the brakes right now, and when you power brake in a real car, you know, obviously in a real car, you're pressing the brakes on the front and the back. So when you're doing a burnout like that, the fronts are maybe locked up, the backs are squeezing, and you're overpowering them with the engine, and then the back rotors are gonna start glowing red unless you have line lock or something. And you can feel that clamping force by the engine dying down and things like that. And then you have to hit the brake harder and let go a little bit. And having this feedback in the brake versus just a spring that has no resistance, I mean, it's night and day difference. It's crazy how realistic it is. You know, like I haven't drove any other sim setups, so I've seen just like videos online and stuff. But I can't imagine having a wheel with like 10 pound-foot of torque feedback. I mean, that's got to be insane. Like, I can see why people get really involved in this hobby. This is really satisfying. I can't imagine doing this and having like a seat that's not breaking my back. This wood thing, it's not really set up very well, so, but I'm still having a blast on this. See, there's kind of like, there's a good example of going from a poor to rich setup, just a $50 pedal up to, to 20 times the cost. Like, that's pretty wild. So let me try to get a shot without breaking my phone of these pedals in action. Sorry, I don't have racing shoes on, and kind of need it for, when you're pushing a brake that can go up to hundreds of pounds of force. Yeah, it's crazy. But see, that probably have a better view of the clutch, how it has that like steep exponential curve of pressure in the brake, which again I can't push because I'm in a folding chair. So the pedal curve that you can tune kind of reminds me of if you ever used a pedal commander like Sprint Booster. Gives you different throttle curves, and you can change that on here and give you different throttle curves. And I haven't really messed with it yet. In fact, I can't even get the software running. I gotta email them. But something I was kind of figuring out about that is like it almost seems like cheating in a way, like because if you're gonna race F1 and not use traction control, but you can get these like crazy custom tuned pedal curves. I mean, that's really going to give you a competitive edge if that's what you're looking for, or whatever. But pretty interesting, like the different things you can do with this. For me, I'm just kind of looking for a more realistic setup. I don't really care about trying to get good times. I mean, that's something I do for fun, but not trying to be competitive about. But yeah, so there you go, going from cheap pedals to these pedals.